about 12 years old, I started making puppets, and I developed my own little puppet theater. It was all hand puppets, and I used to perform for school assemblies and birthday parties and things like that in Middlebury and the vicinity there. I got a job teaching at Bennington College for, was it a year or half a year? I can't remember. We put together a big sort of spectacle that took place all over the Bennington campus in various locations of, on the campus, with scenes in these different places. And it was sort of a journey. It was, the shape of the play was sort of like a journey of some sort of this young woman. And so it could sort of get expanded into all these scenes in different locales on the campus. And we had a huge cast, and I'd never done anything like that before in my life. And it was the first time that I'd actually seen any of my puppets outdoors. And it seemed like they took on a kind of life outdoors that they just didn't have inside. And I became really very excited about the notion of doing shows outdoors. Well, while there, I met Casey Compton, who later became my wife, and she, around that time, with with a half dozen other Bennington students, wanted to start a theater company. And I think it was the year they graduated, they started this small company up in this area. Most of our shows are based on folk material from one culture or another. And I find that very inspiring. You know, you're dealing with forces of nature, and how they operate, and how they clash with each other, and how things become resolved, and of course, and each culture has their own outlook on it, so that when we're working on shows, we try to explore the culture of the particular people the story has come from, and find out as much as we can about them in the process of putting the show together. This figure here is a good object to consider. It's a big puppet. I guess, how tall is that? About 10 feet? Or is it 9 feet? Somewhere in that vicinity. The heads of a lot of the things I make are made out of a material called celastic, which is it's like papier-mâché in a lot of ways, only it's a plastic, and it's actually a lot stronger, more oblivious to the weather than papier-mâché would be. And it's pretty lightweight as well. So that's what that head is made out of. And then there's an armature. The armature is made primarily out of rattan, which is, you know, I guess it's a reed basically that well, I think they still make furniture out of it and stuff like that, garden furniture, and it comes from the Far East, the Philippines. But it's very, if you learn how to work with it, you can make good shapes with it, both shapes, you know, like a backpack sort of thing that this puppet has, but also I use it with different kinds of puppets to make the basic shape of the puppet, to build it if I want a huge kind of form of some sort, I'll use rattan. Our current show, there are all the animal puppets that are in that chase, and I thought of making them out of cardboard, but it just seemed like it needs to be a little bit more lightweight than that. And so I had a big sort of spool of some kind of cord, and I found that I could thread wire up the cord, and so that became the material that I made these animals out of. The people who come to the show are such a range of people, and a lot of them, you know, they don't see any other theater their whole year, and many of them look upon our show as, you know, the height of the summer for them, and it's all, you know, it's very flattering, but it also makes you feel like you're performing a real service to people. Our goal is to, you know, create these events that are not just like sitting down and watching a television program and laughing, but there's something deeper takes place, and it takes place throughout the whole audience, and it's like they share this experience together, and they go home feeling like something's really happened. And if I can do that, you know, I feel like I've succeeded.